Recline your baggage.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the greatest podcast ever. I am a...
Why are we starting this for the 5th time?
Because that one wasn't proper. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the greatest podcast ever. I am your pilot, Raphael. And before my co-pilot goes through the procedures of this flight, I would like to say that our lost and found is currently full. So please claim your baggage. Ding dong. Oh, that's you.
Hi, I'm your co-pilot, Lizzie. Welcome back to our podcast. Tonight, we're going to talk about what's creeping inside the dark DMs in your phone, I guess on your computer, if that's the way you roll with the apps. But we're going to talk all things DMs tonight. I fucked that up. I can't repeat myself like that.
You don't have to. That was perfect. I thought you did it. You nailed it.
No, I'm too stoned to try to compute what I was saying before.
You don't need to.
So you can just cut that.
Yeah, we can cut
back.
that. We can edit back.
Edit back.
I'm sure we got something out of it.
Yeah, and we don't need to restart the conversation.
No,
So
because
just
the conversation
take it away,
was
Smiles.
great. Well, I guess I'm smiling really big right now because one is Fuego Friday.
Fuego Friday.
I don't think I'm allowed to say that though. I'm sure it's copywritten by the radio station.
Shout out to that radio station.
There's a radio station now in LA and
Fuego Friday.
and they always bring the Fuego Friday.
Yeah.
Like when I'm driving, I always turn in. I think wait. 92.3. It has to be 92.3.
Shout out 92.3.
Because 97.1 is kind of lame. Like back in the East Coast, that's Hot 97.
Yeah.
And that's some hot shit.
But back on the East Coast, 92.3
That used to be like that rock station.
No. It was always hip hop and rap.
Huh.
It was the hottest station in DC and Baltimore. But is that the same as the one here? 92.3.
Yeah, I think
right?
that's the same one. Yeah.
Damn.
So I think they do the whole cross connection thing. And then if you
Yeah.
go on the app I Love Radio, you can listen to it everywhere.
Fuego Friday.
Fuego Friday. So it's a great day. That's why
Yeah.
I'm smiling.
Yeah.
I'm finally
It's
done with the
fucking
work.
payday.
Payday.
It's payday.
Shout out to
Payday.
Payday right there. HR, thank you for believing in me for another 2 weeks.
We
And
should have a count of how many times we do shout outs, but
Shay,
we can just put it right here.
yeah, that's why I feel like there's a reason for this big white curtain. And Paparino was saying that there's a lot of dead space, but I feel like we could fill it with something. And maybe that will be with the shout out counter.
Yeah.
There's a lot of possibilities. And Sheila, the last episode, we're going through the footage, and Sheila just looks so depressed.
She was in her feelings.
But she's in her feelings today, too. I feel like maybe she just doesn't like the hair.
Someone hurt her.
Huh.
She does like the hair.
I know. She looks fire with
Yeah.
that hair.
Shout out to me.
Yeah. Sheila's stylist over here. She was
Yeah.
looking rough before. She
was.
She had a robe. She had
She had a
some
little
boxing
shake
shorts.
and go wig. I don't
Yeah.
even know what that wig was.
That's
That's some Party City.
Yeah, that's my personal
no,
wig.
no,
That's the wig that I usually slide into DMs.
No, she's not quite
And-
at a lace front yet, but she stepped up to a hard front.
Yeah, no, she's getting there.
Yeah.
But she needs to look a little happier. If you guys have any idea out there how Sheila can be a little happier in this podcast, please let us know. We treat this girl good and she still looks sad as fuck. Anyways, let's go. DM stories. Tell me something.
Yeah.
Are people sliding in their DMs like that? Does
Yeah.
it happen?
Yeah, all the time.
I
mean, I think there's different levels of coming out in the DMs, right? Depending, it's
coming out or sliding in? Because I think that's the word when people
okay.
slide into
I
the
just don't like
DMs.
saying it because it just sounds like I just immediately think of sex and
Well, that's what the point
sliding
is.
in,
It's I feel like you're trying to slide in so you could eventually slide into that.
I know,
pussy.
that's what I think, and I'm just they're really out here with this. But yeah, I think for the purpose of this conversation, at least what I'll probably reference most is Instagram. I would say that's where it's really common to get lots of random DMs.
I feel like that's where it started.
Yeah,
though.
because I guess you could count like dating apps, but for the most part, like you have to match with someone for them to message you, right? Like on a dating app, you you don't just get like random messages.
I don't think you can like slide into people's DMs.
But there is this
like
new
that.
feature now where they did make it possible for people to like
you gotta pay
DM
or something?
you. No, well, I don't think so. No, but on Tinder they had this new thing that's like an airplane, and sorry, I'm like stoned and I'm looking at the camera, but
I'm not wearing shoes for some reason, so I just realized.
Fuego Friday here.
Who needs
that
shoes?
was weird. Okay, but anyway, there's like this paper airplane, so like if someone swipes on you on Tinder, they send you like a swipe note, and I think it's free. So you can read it and you don't ever have to swipe on them. So the first time,
it's like a little intro.
it's like a paper airplane. Like, so they'll pop up, and I think they have to super like you, so they'll be like blue, and then they'll be a
Do you
paper
get a lot
airplane.
of those?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I feel like everybody does, you know? Like, people are real thirsty. But anyway, so that'll come up. So when it first appeared, I didn't know what it was. So I clicked on it. But then I learned very quickly that it's just a way for people to be like, let me see what that mouth do. Like,
Oh, damn.
you know what I'm
People are
saying?
bold.
So then it's like you already get DMs on Instagram a lot. Like, I'm sure that, you know, most people experience this if you have social media. Like, it's just a common thing these days. People are so thirsty. But now on a dating site where before you could at least control who you talk to, now people can say all types of shit to you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, so are we going back to Instagram, though? Let's go back to Instagram. See, I feel like I have such a different experience with DMs. Like, I feel like around when DMs came out, like I was in a relationship, and, you know, my ex, her Instagram was kind of popping. So I was terrified of dudes sliding in her DMs.
Really?
And I knew it was happening all the time. Yeah, because it's like something that I can't control it. And I'm just like, fuck, staying awake all night, just imagining all the things that is sliding in her DM. And it's, you know, I was just like laying there really cold and scared of all the fucking possibilities that was sliding into her. And I had like no way of stopping it because dudes are bold. As you know, like, dudes are fucking bold, and they'll go out there and say the most reckless shit. And I was just like, do you want breakfast, honey? And sometimes I feel like that was never enough. So, you know, as you might think I'm kind of joking, but I'm kind of serious. That shit kind of scarred me. Like, when people sliding in people's DM came out, I was like, fuck, it's over.
Do you have like control issues?
No.
No.
In what sense? Like, I need to know what's happening in her DMs?
Yeah. Do
No,
you not
I mean,
trust her?
Well, we had our, like, trust issues, but
Yeah.
I never was the type to be like, let me see your DMs type of shit.
But it was
know?
bothering. It was impacting you enough that you were up it. I mean, damn, that was...
Well, yeah, I mean, so if you want to talk, I feel like it's the whole phone culture, and that was the same time that people were really becoming so interactive and able to have conversations. Like, I feel like it rooted from Snapchat. Snapchat had features that you just send people and things would disappear. And I'm sure trust issues came from there too. And as you're talking about dating sites, you're talking about Tinder, I know exactly what you mean. Because I don't know about you or your profile, but a lot of girls out there will have their Instagram handle in their bio.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, you know, it's like it could be one or two things. One, they're just trying to promote their page. They don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
And two, it's just some girls that maybe just wants to extend that invitation for the person to learn a little bit more about them. And I'll admit so many times, like, I catch myself, like, sliding into those DMs because, you know, I will slide on the girl left or right. I'm not sure which one it is. And then she just won't match with me. And I'm like, what the fuck? I don't understand. Like, I'm such a catch. Like, look at my fucking Disney shirt.
Damn, I know.
And, like, girls are not sliding on me like that. So, you know, I get a little psycho. I screenshot their profile so I don't forget. You know, I will have it in my picture thing. So as I'm scrolling now, I might take a picture of the puppy. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, this chick So I finally have the balls to go and sneak into her DMs. So first, if her profile is blocked, I know it's like game over. She's just trying to gain followers here. Like, I'm not about to follow you and then trying to like DM you. So if I see that her profile is good, I go through, I pick some pictures, some things that I like, some things that I don't even give a fuck about, but I make it seem like I like.
I feel like I'm getting so much like I had no idea. That
Well, you want
men
to talk
move
about
like
DMs?
This.
Like, this is what happened.
This is like way more
So-
than I thought I was getting out of this.
Well, it's just there's a strategy. There's a
This-
way to
I need
play.
to be taking notes.
I'm
like,
just saying there's a way to play this shit. So, you see the girl and then you eventually DM her about some bullshit that you don't even care, but you make it seem like you're so passionate about. And you just wait for her to DM you back. But it never happens. It never fucking happens. So yeah, you're probably expecting this to end up something. No, I feel like they probably just get so many messages.
Yeah.
And I don't have a blue check mark next to my name, so it's not like I'm someone important. Like, yeah, you should be giving me blowjobs for attention here. You know what I'm saying? Wait, that doesn't make sense. Anyway,
This is a mess. Keep going.
it's not a mess. It was making so much sense up to that point. And then I just got frustrated because why aren't they answering? I craft a nice message that I say I like.
crafted it.
Yeah, it's come here, puppy. It's never like something like vulgar or anything. I try to be very respectful because I'm
Yeah.
like, there's so many dudes out here just being so vulgar. So I try to be something very thoughtful. And yet they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I mean,
how can you get attention? Like, should I just come out and be like, yo, girl, what that booty do?
No, I mean, look, I don't know. I can only speak for myself. I'm not about to speak on behalf of all people because everybody wants different things, I guess. But I also think you have to understand that DM culture probably like, oof, God, we're going to sound old as fuck. But I would say like, 10 years ago.
It's a young bucks game?
It's a young bucks game for
Damn.
sure. But like,
Oh, so okay, I get what this. Keep going.
no, I think you have no idea where I'm going with this. I'm pretty confident that your plane is going that way and
Keep
my
going.
plane
Keep
is
going.
going this way.
Keep
Okay.
going, boomer.
Did you just call me a boomer?
Keep going, boomer. Yo, Paparino.
You better call fucking Paparino. You're canceled.
Paparino.
You're canceled. You're canceled.
All right, keep going. Where's your plane going?
I'm trying to get there, but apparently you're being a real jackass, preventing me from going there. So what I was saying is like 10 years ago, social media wasn't what it is today. So I think if you got DMs, it was less, right? But you have to understand, at least for me as a woman, I'm just saying it gets to the point where it's so much like on your DMs, there's the ones you allow through, like that people you have to follow or they have to follow you or something. But then, no, that's not true. I think it's people you follow. And then on the side, that'll be all the DMs from people that you don't follow back. And you never have to accept them. And they just auto delete. So for me, I just like have no interest in that. And it's so saturated with so much bullshit that we can talk about.
Well, like, yeah.
That I never even check it. And to be honest with you, like all it's going to show you is like the start of a sentence. Like anybody that comes at me through that chant, through that way, like I'm like, no.
So you're saying the first 3-4 words is what matters. Because you only see the first little sentence. So it's almost like.
It depends on how long the words are.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is very like website SEO, search engine optimization. You gotta like search engine optimize your DMs for these women. You gotta make sure your keywords are proper. The first 4 keywords, they better say, I own a Bugatti. and then I might get some attention.
Okay, but
there.
like, do you I mean, look, you probably will, but like, if somebody's writing that in a DM, they don't own a Bugatti. In fact, they at the most they lease a Bugatti that they owe payments on.
Yeah, but see, that's the other thing too. I hear so much of the DM culture within, you know, these athletes, these celebrities. So I feel like it's not that far-fetched. Like, people are out there being selective with what they want to see. Maybe, yes, they're getting bombarded with people, especially when your handle is out there for everybody to see. But I feel like there is some people that are being selective. I always hear, you know, stories, even from other podcasts, like big celebrity people, how they read a DM from someone. And I'm just like, how the fuck? Like, how did you read that DM from that specific person? So, I don't know. I just feel like the DM culture goes so deep, and I'm so far from it because I don't have a huge online presence. Like, I've always hated
I don't either.
social media. I feel like you don't need it. You got a pair of titties.
Yeah.
Zoom in those titties. You got a pair of titties. So, like, you know, dudes are obviously going to be sliding in that, no problem. I feel like that's what it is. It's
Yeah,
like,
no, that's what I'm saying.
they
Like,
could
it doesn't
be wearing
matter.
like socks with fucking chancletas, and like dudes will be like, damn, that's sexy. Like, I never seen someone wear socks and flip-flops like you, girl. Like, that'd be some shit in the DM.
Yeah, it would. It totally would be. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think DM culture impacts different groups of people in bigger ways. Like, I don't know.
Okay. I got pussy on my knee. On that note.
You're really out here tonight.
Well, I mean, it's
Fuego Friday.
Fuego Friday. It's the DM talk. Like, I'm out swinging today.
Yeah, you really are coming in hot.
Yeah, you didn't expect this, huh? But, yeah, I mean, I feel like DMs could get very complex. They could be very sweet, or they could just be very dark and morbid and sexual and the worst things ever. Because I feel like, you know, it's not just like gravy and people aren't getting sexy DMs. I'm sure people get bullied and get a lot of shitty messages through DMs also.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Do you have any experiences, like any sexy or dark DMs that you can share with us? Like, because, you know, I'm here. I'm the one sending these DMs.
I know.
So
I
it's
have
not
some
like,
of yours lurking down there.
Probably.
As well.
It's not like I'm getting showered here with DMs. And if there's any dudes out there, please correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I feel like our end of the stick is kind of is not like that. Chicks aren't just like flowing in our DMs, throwing their fucking vagina pictures here. I feel like it's all of us just like, oh damn, you know, this dick pic looks sick, and just like sending to these strangers.
Yeah, I mean, I think that DMs have different ranges. So I guess when it comes to like the most common DM I get is sugar baby offers, you know, and currently looking to be a sugar baby. No, not really.
Looking for a sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy. I mean,
a virtual sugar daddy.
Yes,
or you're trying to
be
get
a financial dominatrix. That would be like perfect for me.
Okay, so any dudes out there that want to send her money so she can go spend your silly little money, hit her up.
Yeah. No, had a whole conversation about that, and when I learned what it was, I was like, oh, you know, that could be for me. All virtual, of course.
So what kind of...
Oh, so it's sugar baby, but it's all like a scam for sure.
Huh.
You know, those things I never answer those things, but that has to be a scam, right? Like, they're out here, and like sometimes the allowance is like, I'll give you like $650 a week, and other times they're out here like 10,000, 20,000, like hit me. It's always like Snapchat or something.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds maybe some like Indian scam.
Yeah.
These guys in like...
It's always like old, like middle-aged men, white men. Yeah.
Well,
It's
maybe
rough.
like the ones that are offering like, you know, $67 a week. Those might be true.
Yeah, like that would be the more
like, yo, I
authentic
can pay
one.
like your electric bill.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be more authentic, but like that would be the most common one. Then like it just depends on like I don't know, like, I'll just put this out there because I don't care.
Ooh, exclusive.
No, it's not really what I'm about to say. It's not that like juicy. Don't get too excited. But no, like I post a lot of thirst traps. It's just like what I do. Shout out to thirst traps. It's just like a thing I do, right? But like I don't really pay attention to what comes after, especially from dudes, like with comments, because it's always the same. And so, like, if you post something, it's like after that, then you'll get all types of wild shit, like
so
sit on my face, like the ones that are actually like kind of funny or like this. We'll talk about it later, but like asking to ruin their lives or like fuck me up. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so dramatic. This is like some like, I don't know, like high school shit. It's just so funny.
Damn,
the shit
people were saying
say.
this shit in high school. I was behind. I was like thinking of the most innocent things.
Who is sending this and thinking you're gonna get a response? That's just like if you're responding to these DMs, like please like write back. And unless you're doing it for like entertainment value, I would never read like, hey, come sit on my face and be like, you know what? I'm going to write this person back. This seems like a good connection.
What if you just wake up one morning and you fucking hate yourself and you're just like, you know what? I'm going to sit into this dude's face.
I think I've had those mornings and I can indeed confirm I don't want to sit on their face.
Well, see, but I feel like, all right, so you're in the center of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Because you're posting thirst traps, obviously.
Okay, but let me just make this clear. Let me just make this clear before you go any further.
Go ahead.
Before you go any further, and I will check you because I know where this is going.
No, you don't. Your plane's going this way, mine's going that way.
I hope so.
So you have no idea.
I hope so. But no, like, yeah, I post whatever the fuck I want, but that doesn't mean in any fucking universe that I have any interest in sitting on your face or even be like remotely having any type of contact with you. Like if I post that, whatever, but like that doesn't warrant me all of a sudden meaning I posted this thirst trap, so that means I want all the dicks and all the holes.
It's what it is. It's the type of content you're creating. It's not like you're posting Bible verses here and you have these dudes being like,
no,
oh,
but like,
sister, power
that.
to you. Nah, you're posting, ass, titties. And it's
Fuck
exactly
so
what
these dudes are looking for. So if they want to comment some dumb shit like emojis, whatever, and like try to get, that's one thing. Like I just don't acknowledge it, but I'm not just like, I don't care that happens. It's just laughable to me when you really get into somebody's DMs and like think that I'm just gonna read that and be like, oh my god, I'm so turned on. I must write this person back on Instagram because they saw this picture and now they think I'm like I want to fuck them. Like what? Like,
so you're saying it's just a whole misconception because at the
I
same
think
time
it's like
it's what you're promoting.
But
That's what you're promoting.
But am I? I'm just posting a picture. Am I promoting that I'm trying to fuck anybody?
No, but that's the lane that you're going in. Again, if you're posting about honeybees and how they're saving the earth, people would come in and be like, Liz, you're doing such a great job.
Everybody can do whatever the fuck they want. I don't pop back. I don't even acknowledge them. I laugh at it because I just think that it's ridiculous. It's a really ballsy move, but not really anymore. It's gotten so common that it's just like, are we really still here after all this time? Like, if I was down to fuck, I think that would be different. I think that would be presented differently.
Yeah, I mean that's not my usual approach, but I can see how dudes will think that maybe you might find that crazy and attractive because maybe the version that you're showing of yourself, it's something that's so kind of out there, and then they're coming up with these crazy messages hoping that maybe one will just trigger some emotion out of you and you're gonna be like, you know what, Freddie, I'm sitting in your face.
I mean, I think it's
tonight.
an odds game. Like, to be honest with you, I think that that's like, and this is like this could be a whole other conversation because I think it applies to dating apps. But like, I don't even think it matters. Like, I think that dudes are just, and let me rephrase that, people. I don't think it's specific to just men. I think women probably do this too. But I think it's just like, let me roll the dice and send this to like 10 different people and maybe one person is going to respond, even if it's like a joke, even if they come back with some like snappy, like sassy shit in response, or be like, LOL, are you serious? Like, maybe that'll start a dialogue if that's what they're looking for. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think that it's like, I don't think they're just so thirsty after just this one person. I think it's just like a routine. Just like, let me cast this out here and see what bites.
Yeah. No, I feel like that's right on.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like we love humans. We love gambling, and it becomes almost like you're gambling. It's almost, and then the pursuit, and then when you get something, it might not be as sweet. Sponsored by Topo Chico. This episode is sponsored by Topo Chico.
Twist of grapefruit.
And who knew that Topo Chico is made by Coca-Cola? You motherfuckers went out there and trying to poach a beautiful company that made some seltzer before. But now you guys are putting your bullshit in it. You know what? We don't even want to be sponsored by Topo Chico because it's
all
Coca-Cola.
Of this because I love Topo Chico, and despite its partnership
it's
with
sponsored
Coca-Cola,
by Truly.
Will someone just buy him a case of Trulies? But Topo Chico sponsor me because I'm a loyal customer, and you can send that hard seltzer, and he'll drink it.
I will. If you send me anything,
so
I will
he's
drink
not
it.
even loyal. Topo Chico, you will only see me.
You know
drink
what?
Topo
What is
Chico.
loyalty though? Why can't I dip into Truly and then dip into Topo Chico?
That's just a metaphor for another conversation about monogamy and having multiple partners.
No, it goes back to the whole dipping in DMs. You know, why can I dip in different DMs? Why must I keep dipping in the same DM?
Okay, you can. But then do you understand why I would not say for the most part, because I have no fucking clue what people do, but would you say for the most part that that's why I don't even read them? One, because they're just like outrageous. And two, like I will, if I see something about a sugar baby, I always do read those because I think they're funny. And I'm also like, is this the one? Just kidding. Unless you're serious. But,
I just want a case of Truly.
My mom. What?
I said I just want a case of Truly, but keep going.
Oh, my mom would cringe at all of this. But anyway. Shout out Kathy.
Shout out. Oh, okay. I thought her name was Marianne.
No,
shout out Kathy.
Her name Marianne.
Okay.
Anyway, that's not accurate. What the fuck was I saying? Oh, but yeah, that's why I don't read them, because it's just I don't know. It's just so overdone. Like, it's just the same shit they're sending to like 10 other people. It doesn't even matter. Like, none of it is real. None of it is real on social media, people. It is all just bullshit.
Wait, do you get any dick pics though?
And not so much on Instagram, but in Tinder and those swipe notes. Oh yeah, and on Tumblr.
No way, you can't upload pictures on those Tinder swipes, can you?
I think so. For the swipe note, I think.
Huh.
I think I got a dick pic that way, but I definitely got them on Tumblr.
What is Tumblr? Is that like
Really?
what old people use?
Fuck you! You're literally like 6 months older than me.
You know what though? That was a joke. But for you guys that don't know Tumblr, that was a platform that died out. They're done though. It's not like they exist.
No, they still exist. I think that so they got rid of porn. They like banned porn, and Tumblr was all porn. Like, for the most part, I would say Tumblr was like 90% porn, 5% anime, and like 5% like hardcore kids reblogging like lyrics. So that was Tumblr. But then when they did away with porn, that was like a platform that a lot of sex workers used in the beginning before OnlyFans and things like that. So anyway, when they did away with it, like everyone left. But then they couldn't control it. So there's still plenty of porn on Tumblr. Shout out Tumblr, loyal user.
Do you have any dirty stuff on Tumblr?
I mean, that's
You
a
thought
different
about
episode.
too much. All right. Anyway, you guys, if you want to have a little adventure, our co-pilot over here might be
No, I keep that all private.
naked on Tumblr. So it was what kind of content though? Like thirst traps, but X-rated thirst traps? Or
No, I never said
people
I was
that were
naked on Tumblr. I just laughed at what you asked.
No, but what kind of content was out there? Like full out like penetration
Oh
shit?
yeah,
Or,
no, like full on porn.
Yeah.
Like full porn. Yeah, you can find it. You can find anything on Tumblr, even bad shit.
But wasn't it Tumblr just like a feed
Yeah,
that
so
people would post?
Yeah, but there's like videos and shit. You can reblog videos, GIFs, whatever, music.
And then what? They got rid of it?
So they banned all the porn, and so like it was like a mass exodus, and then like they couldn't control it because the way that they did away with it, there were loopholes. So some of these porn sites just like relabeled their stuff or like archived it and then brought it back, and it wouldn't flag because it was an old post or something. I could be wrong. I
Seems
think
like
I'm just
she
making
knows
up
a
bullshit.
lot about Tumblr.
I
though.
love Tumblr, so yeah, I do know a lot about it because I stayed on Tumblr because my blog wasn't a porn blog. I would reblog like some things, but that wasn't like my thing. That wasn't my like, I don't know. Every Tumblr has like an aesthetic, I guess. So that wasn't my aesthetic, but I stayed on Tumblr. But then what ended up happening is they couldn't block all of the porn, so it came back. But a lot of people stayed on there, but a lot of new people haven't joined because it just became like, what was the point?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's like the place where you go for like Thanksgiving at grandma's, you know? It's just that kind of place. No, I feel like, you know, a place that I used to slide in hard as fuck.
MySpace?
MySpace.
Yeah.
Like,
A
I
way
used
to age
fucking-
yourself, boomer.
Oh, you know what? I was proud of MySpace. Like, MySpace, I am proud to say that my career started because of MySpace. So, as you know, I was in a shitty band. And back in MySpace, you used to be able to use HTML and CSS. Yes, kids, back then you used to be able to program your little profile and have whatever look you wanted.
You know, I could do that. I can't now, but I did that. I had to customize.
See, that's it. They were so ahead, and that's how I started. I started doing band profiles, and then I started doing like little small sites for small companies. And then, you know, by the end of my senior year, I already had done all these little projects for web design and graphic design, all thanks to MySpace. And all in between that, I was selecting my fucking top 8. You know, all the homies that were on the top 8 were probably like my fucking best friends. And then maybe the top 2 was my favorite band because I still had to keep it hardcore. And I was making money, making profiles for bands and shit. And sliding into messages. There was no DMs, but I would type that message out. And
but
I feel
see,
like
it was more personal. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I get it. It was just a different beast.
yeah.
It's like people, you know, this is back in a time that people would go to chat rooms. Like, I remember being young and going to a chat room.
I have such a good chat room story.
And, you know, when you would get to that chat room, first thing you would ask, ASL.
Yeah, that's
What's
how
up?
all the
What's
pedophiles
up?
knew how to find
What's
you.
up? ASL, baby. Age, sex, location. So, you know, you'd find out that the shorty was probably like way younger than you, but that's okay. And then, you know, you could definitely never get to Alabama, which is cool. But you still like talked, and then you probably found out that it was a dude later on pretending to be a girl.
Yeah.
But you still jerked off to it. And,
Yeah.
and that whole fantasy of potentially meeting someone, it was
Yeah.
so behind. You didn't have a fucking bio, you didn't have profile pictures, you just had their username.
Yep.
And you could potentially fuck, but you never would. You would just give out all your fucking information because you were so excited to talk to a stranger.
And it also was a different time because back in that day, like, it was hard for someone to, it wasn't hard, but you had to really go 10 steps to track people down. Like, now, Google Map, like you could be like, and
Yeah.
like in their front yard. But like back in the day, like you had to use MapQuest. You had to really be on
and
that
then you
slow
print out
dial
the
up,
directions.
and then
Yeah.
driving. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people probably died that way. But let me tell you this chat room story because it's maybe it was me talking to you back in the day.
I molested a lot of people back then.
Oh, cut that, please.
It was back in the day. I was 13, motherfucker.
You molested.
Yeah, like I was like, yo, girl, I just jerked off.
That's sexually harassing, but is that molesting? Molesting is touching someone
Oh,
without
no.
their consent.
Really? That's the definition of molesting?
Let's go to our producer.
Well, it sounds like if you said that without someone's consent, you'd have verbally molested them.
Yes, but say not that it's any better, but at least let's clarify you weren't touching people. Oh my God, we need to speak with Paparino. This can't go any further.
I verbally wait.
I am done in this conversation, Paparino.
Corona. No, I meant that I verbally abused someone. I was 13 and I was living with my mother and I was very innocent.
That
You guys
doesn't
just,
sound like you were innocent.
It was me
Stop,
learning
you're
about.
incriminating yourself.
No, fuck that. It was me learning about the internet. Like, people, do you know that when you went to any porn website, dial-up would load line by line, so a picture would take like 2.5 minutes? You know how, like, terrible that was? It's not like I was out there trying to be a creep. I was just doing what everyone was doing.
Okay.
Man, fuck all of you guys making me feel bad about being young and wild and free with the chat room. Go ahead, keep talking about your chat room story.
Thanks for your baggage. Some heavy baggage.
Fuck.
So, oh my God, I miss these days. So I used to get on chat rooms when I was in like elementary school. Okay.
Yo, that's even worse than me.
I was a fucking kid, dude. I was a kid.
So
like,
when I talk about molesting and those words,
what
that's
about-
you.
okay,
That could
no. Cut here. Cut here. Did I say I was molesting anyone?
You were getting molested.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm glad the lesson has been learned. No, but this is so fucking funny. This just shows what a fucking psycho I am from a young age.
Go.
So I used to go to my friend Shanna's house after school. Shout out Shanna, because her parents weren't home. So we would get on the dial-up. Oh my God, I hope that somewhere she listens to this and remembers this story. So we used to get on the dial-up and go on AOL chat rooms, right? So we would go in these chat rooms. No, so we started going in, and then we thought it was so funny that these like men, whoever was behind this username, were coming in hot with the sex to us. Like, we thought it was so fucking funny. So I was like, oh my God, wouldn't it be hysterical? Because they would always ask for a picture. We would always lie. We would always catfish these people. This was long before catfish. So we would, and I don't know why you said you couldn't have a profile like picture, but you could have a picture, because, or maybe we sent them pictures, but we just would lie and say we were a model. You could definitely send pictures. We would lie. We would say we were a model, whatever. And then they would ask for pictures. So one day I was like, so flashback before this, my great grandfather, that's 2 greats, 95 years old, used to come swimming at my pop-pop's pool, and we had these underwater cameras. And we took a picture of him underwater, and it was just all the wrinkles in the water. It was a really bad picture, like nightmarish. And I'm like in 5th grade. This is how crazy I was. So I was like, oh my God, wouldn't it be funny if we took that picture, scanned it? Because this was like back in the day, you had to scan. It was a physical picture.
Scan it at Staples.
God, we are so old. So I would like scan it right at home, because we had a home scanner, because we were fancy. I know. Shout out fancy parents.
Damn, fancy parents all the way.
So we scanned this picture, and I was like, wouldn't it be funny if we got this guy all worked up, and he's like, oh my God, baby, like, send me a picture. And then when he's all worked up, we send him the picture of great grandfather in the pool, and we're like, no! This is gonna be so fucking funny. And so we we got this guy one day, and he was just getting into it, and we're like little kids, and this shit was I can't remember.
Wait. What do you mean, little kids? Clarify that.
Fifth
What do you mean?
grade.
What is fifth grade?
How
12?
old was I?
11?
Yeah.
11.
Eighth grade, I was like 13.
So like 10, 11?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like this guy is just like we said we were a lingerie model. We said like all this shit. Cause I mean, we'd seen Playboy. My dad had, I don't know if he still does, but he had a subscription to Playboy, and I used to look at that shit all the time.
Wait. Before we go anywhere, since you mentioned Playboy, you know how many Playboy magazines I stuck together for my stepdad? I found a box of it, and I think I jerked off in every magazine and had to put it back like a dumbass. And he probably like found all of them, and he was probably like, "What the fuck?" And I glued every page shut because I guess I would just open the magazine, and I'd be so excited I'd just bust a nut.
Okay. I was gonna ask why were you coming on the magazine?
I don't know. It's just what you did. I didn't know where to come back then. I was probably like, oh my God. And then I'd maybe get scared and then just close the magazine and put it back. So like I stuck maybe like fucking 40 vintage Playboy magazines. Like that shit probably could have been
That would have been so much money.
But
oh
you know
my
what?
God.
I don't give a fuck. I stuck all of them together. Anyway, keep going. Your dad had Playboy magazines.
Yes, and so we knew what sex was. That's the point I was trying to make. So anyway, this guy's like getting super into it. We're like, oh yeah, we're a lingerie model, blah 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 blah, and like he's like, oh baby, you know, he's probably like jerking off. Like probably it was some gross ass like, I don't know, like slick back, balding head, white man.
Or it could have been a 13-year-old boy pretending to be older.
Yeah, okay, well, maybe it was you. But we were just like, wait until he was like begging. We're like, we can send a picture, blah, 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 blah. Or what, I can send a picture. And then we sent it. And then there was just like but this picture, I will find it one day and we can screenshot it in here. I will find this picture. Like he was wearing a white, I don't think it's appropriate. Like it's not PC to say wife beater anymore. So like, please blur that out. He was wearing a white.
Fuck.
He was
a white tight t-shirt.
Oh no, it was a tank top.
A white tight tank top,
was
not a wife beater.
It was a white tank top, and he was in the pool, and he was 95 years old. So it was just like it was like little one.
So like, just like,
and like it was just a horrible picture, and we sent it. And
see, you know, in the fucked up part too, it's like you kids got it lucky. You could send that shit instantly. Like this dude probably requested this picture on a Monday. He's like, "Oh baby, yeah," and then these two fucking girls are like planning this whole fucking plot. Get that shit developed. Takes like 2 days.
No, we didn't plan that part.
And then you scan it, and then like a week and a half later, this dude finally gets the fucking sexy picture of his dreams. Did he reply or he completely
he was like, "What the fuck?" And we were like, "I'm sorry, I lied. I just want to be loved. Let me take you out for lunch." And I remember putting Sunny, and I thought that was so funny. I just thought it was so funny.
Wow, see that's.
And then we got blocked.
That was the primitive world of communication, and yeah, like AOL chat rooms, Yahoo chat rooms, and then Yahoo also had like a great gaming / chat community that you were able to play games, and I used to play like pool all the time.
Oh my god, I forgot. My memory blocked that out.
So you know, I'd be playing pool and shit, and I'd hit like fucking 3 balls in a row, and I'd be like ASL, and it'd be like 23.
I feel like I'm watching like a Judd Apatow movie, just watching you.
I'm just saying, like,
discuss your
fucking coming hard and shit, and like ordering pay-per-views like a psycho. Like there was no porn, so I remember all the times I'd order pay-per-view like a dumbass. It'd be like $9.99 for 24 hours. And then my mom would always get it in the bill, and then she'd just fucking whip my ass. And it was always worth it.
Am I supposed to move this around?
No, you're not. It's just that I keep like
Is it a
directing my
habit?
voice and shit. So, because as sometimes I'm talking this way and then I turn to you. I don't.
Because if you're not loud enough, just so it's clear.
Yeah, no, but if you put too close now, that'll probably be too loud because LaVon mic checked you around there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, are you good? You can do
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Do
Do you want to do jumping jacks?
No.
No? Okay. If anyone wants to do jumping jacks out there, you're more than welcome to.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, it was just a crazy culture, and I feel like it was the beginning of the internet. Like DMs was so far from that. Like I feel
Well,
like
those are the OG DMs though. That was the
yeah,
evolution
because
of the DM.
you sent the message
Well,
to
this
your
became a history
computer.
lesson.
Yeah, because you send it to your large computer, but then people just have personal computers. What's up? She has an idea. Go ahead.
Continue now.
No. Now I lost my train of thought because he said,
So before that,
Do you remember Palm Pilots?
oh my God! But even before that, do you remember anonymous notes
"What
in
is that?"
school? Do you know what I'm talking about? People would write. I don't.
Oh, wait,
okay.
you mean like pieces of paper?
Yes.
Oh, but
in
like-
school, and they would like put it in your book, but you would never know who wrote it.
It's probably teachers and shit trying to fuck you.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Thank you.
Nah, you went to a Catholic school,
Yeah.
though. So what kind of teachers you had?
We had some nuns.
Yeah?
Yeah, not all. One time in high school, we had this guy that was trying to be a priest. He was like 23, and he took it so seriously. And we would be talking, like it was a theology class, and he would be like, and if you masturbate, it's a sin. And I would get so into it with him, and he would get so mad, and I would get in trouble all the time. I got suspended one time because
Were
he
you
said I was
masturbating?
yeah, right there.
No,
In the
I don't mean like
schoolyard
right
with
there.
a cross,
I'm saying
with
like,
a cross.
I'm saying like, was that around the time that you were experiencing masturbating?
Yeah, I was in high school.
Oh, so yeah, he was just being a fucking
No, but that he
psycho.
took it seriously. He like it was a Catholic school, so he was like, "If you masturbate before marriage, that's a sin." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Excuse me." So I would go off, but anyway, yeah. So we had him, but he was kind of also a creep. He was like real leery. I can still picture his face because he was always like. But then when you would look, like if he caught you like catching me, he'd be like on some like everything is a sin. You know what I'm saying?
And that was Catholic?
Yeah.
Damn, that dude is definitely gonna make little boy suck his dick.
Yeah, he was gonna be a priest. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I feel like he's
I can
the type.
literally
He's the
picture.
type.
I can literally picture him. He was such a creep.
Damn.
But then he would just go so hard, and I was like, the people that go the hardest like that are the ones.
Yeah, nah, he should have been like pure and nice and like.
No, it wasn't a kumbaya situation. It was a Catholic school. Everything was a problem.
They make you feel guilty about
Yeah,
everything.
everything.
Yeah, I heard.
Hello, that's some of my baggage.
Yeah, I mean, like my boy Leon, he always talks about the Catholic guilt.
It's a real thing.
It's a thing. And I feel it too. Like within me, it's like I feel guilty about everything. Everything
Yeah.
that I do. If I slide in those DMs wrong, if I say the wrong shit, it's just I feel guilty. And then it's just I have to live with it until I go to hell and burn, because that's what I was thought. That's what I was thought.
Thought. So were you one of those that like spelled out boobies on the calculator?
Oh yeah, old date
Yeah, it doesn't surprise
800-815.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you didn't.
What?
You didn't.
I mean, I'm
Like
just
you guys
saying,
didn't think shit like that was funny.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Wasn't there a whole formula to it though? Like there was a number that you would do and it would be boobies. It wasn't just like some dumb shit that you would just type boobies in the calculator.
Oh, I just typed it in. I'm not a mathematician.
Yeah, no, I feel like it was a very nerdy joke.
Oh, okay.
Like you would type this thing in, you'd be like, "Yo, bro, you want to see something funny?" And then it'd be like, "All right, what?" And then you're like, "What's this times that?" And then it'd be boobies. It'd be like,
Okay, yeah, maybe that was the joke. But I just picture you like seeing this girl and being like typing it out,
and then just giving her
sliding.
the
Yeah, that's what I
So
mean.
that's like how I would slide into
Yes.
DMs back in
See?
the day.
Yes. See?
Huh.
See?
Maybe
if you
no,
weren't
no, no.
writing anonymous notes.
So anonymous notes, people would just write creepy things to you. Well, what were so anonymous about it? Like, hey, I like you?
Yeah, I mean, we were in school, so it would be something like,
Or like,
I
do you
like
want to have
you.
lunch with me?
Yeah. Or like, meet me on the playground.
That means
under the
blowjobs or
slide.
hand jobs. At least, like, if you're meeting someone under the
But
bleachers
then there would
or
be
something.
mean ones too, like kill yourself or
No
like
way.
I don't know. People say mean shit all the time,
Damn.
or like get a nose job, which I never did.
Whoa. So, okay, so we're about to really dig into some deep baggage late on the
I
episode.
let that shit go about my nose. I mean, clearly, if I wanted a nose job, I would have one.
Did that ever affect you growing up, honestly?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know what? I just recently read a story
Yeah.
on yahoo.com how this mother was getting so much heat because she let her, like, I don't know, 6th or 5th grader get a nose job. And she was just so tired of her daughter being so bullied in school that she was like, fuck it. And now her daughter is like night and day. What do you think about that?
Damn, put me in a fucking.
No,
hot
I'm just
seat.
saying, if you were a
alright.
mom, if you were in that position, because the mom is just saying like, hey, I didn't do anything wrong here. If you were to understand the heat that my daughter was going through because of a feature that she has absolutely no control over.
Okay, I have an answer.
Go ahead.
I'm saying I can see it on both sides because I've been the girl, but I think in hindsight, I think one, physically, you're not done growing into your face. So I think that when I was younger, it felt so
Okay.
much worse because I was a kid. You know what I mean? But I like grew into it. So I think that's one factor. Like, it's going, that's so young. Like, she's going to evolve physically, but also on some levels, like, even though I still like deal with similar issues from similar, like, I don't know, like experiences, I guess, like in some ways, like I wouldn't take it back because it made me view the world differently. Does that make sense? Because like
Yeah.
I had those experiences, so like I just treat people differently, and I think my mind was more open because I felt like outcast
Yeah.
and like because or like negatively like highlighted.
So was the mom right or wrong?
I think she's wrong.
But even though she maybe alleviated a lot of traumas into
But she
her,
don't know, but like she's a fucking, at that age, it's just like eliminate the emotional stuff. Like, I don't think that's right. Like, she's gonna grow into her facial features. Now, if she was a teenager, like if she was like 16,
yeah.
I think, okay, honestly, like I would be like, I would understand because you're a little more formed into your face.
It's at an age that kids are really bullying. You know, we were talking about high school. That's what I was referring to. And I feel like this girl is around that age. And she
Okay.
was just getting so much shit. And, looking at pictures, it's not even anything like that out of the norm. It's just kids being fucking
Right.
kids. And I know kids can be terrible because I've been terrible for so many reasons in my past. And I'm not disagreeing with you. It's a big decision that the mom has to make.
What if the girl regrets it?
Yeah.
Like I
But
think
you
when
know
you're,
what? You know what? She has a nice little nose that I
But
don't
what
know
if
how
she
she
like
can regret
because
it.
like I would.
The
like,
doctor did a
because I would
kick-ass
regret
job,
it. I
though.
would regret it.
Even if the doctor kicked ass?
Yeah, because now, even though I don't like love my nose necessarily, maybe I've gotten better. I think that my face would look completely different I think because for me specifically,
Yeah.
I think if I got a different nose, it would completely change the way I look, and I don't know that it would be for the better. Like, I think in some way I grew into it and it just works for me, and not to the like best level, but it works. And I'm afraid if I did something else, plus is my family knows Czechoslovakian up in this
Hey,
motherfucker.
shout out, check.
Shout out.
Check.
Shout out.
You know what? No, I feel you. I used to have a cute little nose. I know what you guys are thinking out there. You're looking at this. It's like, how can this be even cuter? But, it was cuter. And how many times do you think I've broken my nose? Go ahead. Take a swipe at it. How many times?
All right.
It would give you
4.
an idea. Close. I broken my nose 3 times to give you an idea how cute this fucking shit was until I got banged up all the time. But that's like a topic for another episode. And also, whenever I
It
go
is
to
cute though.
whenever I go to the hospital, I give the name Gabriel Lopez because I never had insurance. And that really is a topic for another episode. But yeah, no, I see how like I see how things can affect you growing up. Because dude, like we can go into such a huge rabbit hole that's like beyond the DMs. But all I gotta say about that is growing up, I had this funky mustache. I was like 14 years old and the mustache was so long. And my mom would not let me fucking shave this
Okay,
thing.
this is where it's
Almost
going.
like it was like a pride thing. And everyone in school made fun of me. They'd call me Mexican, but I'm Brazilian. And nothing against Mexicans, but I was just like, yo, guys, we were discovered by the Portuguese, not by the Spaniards. And no one really understood. They would just call me like mean things, and that fucked with me. And then one day I shaved that shit, and then I went to school and I felt weird, almost in a way like I was missing my mustache and I wasn't ready to shave it yet. And that's how I'm wrapping everything up.
We gotta come back to the DMs.
Yeah, let's go back to the DMs. And I want to
Okay.
talk about the DMs thing too.
Okay.
Like, I was thinking about,
here we
you
go.
know, I came out really thirsty. Like, I'd be sliding in everyone's DMs type
Yeah.
of shit. But nah, I was just being really honest and raw. And how, I don't know, how I feel sometimes in this DM culture. I really just don't belong in it. That's why I no longer partake. It's like I haven't slid into someone's DM in a while. Wait, heartbreak in LA. Someone's getting their heart broken in Hollywood.
Every night.
It happens. It's like
Every
we can't
night.
control it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just, I guess, call me old, call me boomer, call me Generation X, call me whatever you want. I'm not the type to slide in DMs anymore. And I'm just out here appreciating the things that I have in the real world, because all that shit is a meta Facebook. Shout out, sponsor us.
Social media, I agree with you. It's all fake. But that's why, like, at the end of the day, DMs, hot button issue, but who fucking cares?
So we've just been talking about the worst of the worst of the worst of DMs, but what is an appropriate way that I could really slide into the DMs and hopefully she'll answer me back? It's like, is there really a way to communicate with someone in a way? It's almost like the gutter, you know? I feel
it
like
totally
it's like
is.
it's
It
the
is.
gutter of
Yeah, it is.
communication.
It is.
So how do you properly slide in there?
Okay, so again, I can only speak for myself because God knows. Well, I don't even believe in God, but that's a whole other topic.
Damn.
Cut that. Damn, I just like. I'm just kidding. Cut that.
We love you, Christians. Christians. This is not about religion. She's just really trying to get her words out there.
Cut
So is there really like an appropriate way to slide into DMs and be respectful and maybe get an answer?
Yes. And this is just in my opinion. So I think there's a couple ways. One, if for example, on a dating site,
Yeah.
if you swipe on each other,
Yeah.
that is like consent to talk, because that's the purpose of the dating site. Now, if you come up in your first message is like, let me, lick your toes while you ride my face or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's like, come on, like, what do you like? I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but like, no, like, even if you're on there to hook up, like, who is that really like enticing? Like, I don't know, like, it's a very strange first message, but then you can start a conversation and like maybe you ask them a question related to their profile or just ask how their day is or whatever. But like,
But like, how would you filter that in between the dudes being gross though? Like, I see what you're saying. It's
because on a dating site you're there to read your message. You know what I'm saying?
You're just hammering on the dating site a lot. Do you have your like social handles on your dating profiles?
I had them at one point. I took them off at another because then it turned into my Instagram becoming a sea of like disgusting DMs. So I tried to like
tone it back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So see, again, it's what you put out there.
It's trial and error.
No, I guess like the lesson here is, dude. Dudes take advantage of it. That's all I was gonna say.
They take it to the next level.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, dudes take advantage the fact that you extended that other outlet
just to see more of like that I'm a real person, because I think on like I would get asked sometimes if I was like a bot.
Well, but do you know how many bots are currently, I don't. Even in marketing, like there's so many people that, shout out OnlyFans, that I help out on OnlyFans, and that's like a huge avenue from the funneling system. Is this, if you get, this is where it is. You get a dude that is hurting and is horny. If that dude is horny and he wants something and possibly love, but he can't get it, he'll do anything. And he'll go to that Instagram profile, and then he'll find out that that chick has an OnlyFans, and then subscribe, just in the hopes that maybe she would like contact them back. But she never will.
Yeah.
And that's just like a marketing scheme to get those people followers.
Yeah.
And it's like, people don't understand that. Like, at times they think they have chances with these chicks, but they never do. Like, all we're doing is like baiting them into subscribing to their OnlyFans channel.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm glad that I have a lot of bills to pay and I can't subscribe to OnlyFans. But yeah, like I said, I'm too old for this fucking game. So I'm out. I'm just here drinking my Trulies, fucking walking my puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your take from this whole thing?
I think DMs, the other way I would say is like, if you want to like connect with someone on social media outside of like a dating profile, I think then you would like follow that person. They're going to look at your profile. If they follow you back, that to me again is like, okay, like consent.
Yeah.
Virtual consent.
Virtual consent. That's it. Okay, so when I said that I would possibly violate someone, I meant virtually, and that's all I needed. I needed virtual consent. But there were so many people back in the day just flooding the internet with the craziest shit that I didn't even know what consent was.
So, yeah, I mean, now we've talked about what we think about DMs or what was some of the craziest shit in our DMs. So I asked people what was some of the craziest shit that they were ever sent or
drum roll, please,
received in their DMs, and I will read a few now. Sorry, I'm
interested because I never get anything in my DMs. Like, after this episode, people, I don't even have an Instagram, but I sure will. And please send me some dirty shit in my DM. Like, yo, bro, let me know that you want me to sit on your face. That might not be a pretty picture, but let your boy know.
Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties.
God, Paparino. Probably didn't pay her electric bill.
I know. It was my cell phone bill. I don't have a landline. I've upgraded. Here we go.
All right, let's get it.
No, actually, this is because of Blue Dream selfies from MedMen.
You can't be shouting them out. Fuck MedMen. You guys are so expensive.
Sponsorships,
bro,
for
you know how
expensive
involved they are?
God damn.
You guys molest me.
Stop. Okay. All right. So here's one. Sit on my face, and then in parentheses, respectfully. So I don't really know if that's what they write. Sit on my face, respectfully in the parentheses.
Wait, is that idiot. From yours or is for someone else?
Oh, this is from the answers of the people
Oh,
I asked
okay.
the question
All right.
to.
So dudes obviously want ladies to sit in
No,
their
this
face.
this is
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
telling
yeah.
you, sit on
Yo,
my
ladies.
face respectfully,
Yeah.
right? And please ruin my life. Another one is you're sick, hot. Do you speak Asian?
Ooh, I guess those ladies want some Asian action.
Lick my ass, Poppy.
Ooh.
My friend Max, I don't know why this is shout out Max. It is not showing up.
Shout
but
out, Max.
He said that a lot of girls either comment on his facial hair or ask to get them pregnant. So apparently he has
Damn.
dad vibes.
Damn. Yo, these dudes, they just changed the whole dynamic of this thing.
And then there was another one that got taken down by Instagram. Yeah, they took it down.
Did you screenshot it or something?
No, but I remember what it said. It was like asking for me to send them nudes or content for $40.
Oh, $40 hose. Yo, shout out. Growing up back in New York, James, you know who it is. $40 hose. $40 hose existed. That was 15.
Bagel Friday.
It was 15 minutes. 15 minutes, you could get a $40 hoe. Sponsorship. I doubt you guys existed, but you would walk through Portchester and you would get the little cards and you'd be like, oh my God, what do I do with this? It's $40 hose. So it's a thing. So I see why dudes would be sliding into DMs like that.
No, but this was a dude.
Oh.
That was in his DMs.
Oh. What the fuck? What
I
kind
know.
of dudes are these,
Actually,
bro?
I had all responses from men.
Because who do you think follows you?
Okay.
So guys, I really appreciate if you stuck this far. I know it has been really
This has
crazy.
been
It has been a
awful.
wild episode, but I'm really
Trash.
excited because this really shows the magnitude that we can go in. There's obviously a lot of baggages in my end. And this one too, as much as she plays like her shit's fucking perfect.
No, I don't.
I feel like
I am a
there's
fucking
something
mess.
happening. But I'm so excited you stuck around. I will let her get her last words so I don't get shit for it. But I will see you all next time. Like, subscribe. I love all of it. PTA moms, you still haven't hit me up.
Good.
Go ahead, say what you gotta say. Wrap this up. I'm out.
I apologize that this has been a mess and an off the wagon episode, but thank you for tuning in. Please go follow us on our socials. Should I list the socials?
Yeah, hell yeah, you should
Okay.
list the socials.
claimyourbaggagebod@gmail.com. Please send us your emails. Send Raph
Any
some
questions,
thirsty messages,
suggestions?
please.
I need
You can
those.
find our Instagram at claimyourbaggagepod and then our TikTok at claimyourbaggage.
Boom, I'm so happy we got
I know,
that
that
one.
was good,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay, there'll be reckless content coming to you soon. But until then, I'm Lizzie.
I'm Raphael, and we'll see you next time. This plane just went down.
In flames.
Please claim your baggage.